Welcome to Oregon Cash Flow Pro. My name is James Barber. As always, here to help you maximize your cash flow. This is the Allianz Life Accumulator, IUL. They're adding in the ability to set a lower target value. Well, I decided to hop into my old policy, one of my older policies, and they've also instituted the lower target here. So I'm currently sitting at 14%, 14.24% growth. My anniversary is in just over a month. And I was thinking about locking it in. So I hopped in and I noticed that today was the first day that that new product released with that lower target. And they also applied the ability to set a lower target on the old Life Pro Plus product. So that's great. It was nice to see that. Thought I would share that with you guys. Our Bloomberg, obviously not doing quite as well. I do have the 40% bonus option that I'm utilizing here, which is where we're getting this 14.24% from. And I'm going to set it at 15%. I'm going to set my upper target at 15%. I think we still have a little bit more room to go before my anniversary hits, and I'm pretty confident that we're going to get that to trigger. I think we'll set a lower target here of 13%. So if the index drops below 13%, it's going to lock in, and wherever it finishes the day, it could end up that it drops quite a bit in one day, in which case it'll lock in, and it'll end up being lower than that. But this is something like a stop loss. So if something happens over the next month, I don't want to lose out on most of the gains that I've got here. So that's why I'm thinking we're setting a 13%. I don't want to set it at 14 because I think it'll trigger it pretty quickly if we get a little bit of variation in the market here. So that's my thinking. I think I'm going to set a 15% upper target, 13% lower target, and see how it goes. Here, let's see what it looks like when we set that target. So here, I've got to accept the request. I'm not going to set a target on this one. I want that one to keep climbing back up if it has the opportunity to. And we're just going to submit that request. Here I'm going to set a lock on one of my other accounts as well. Now, normally I don't recommend paying attention constantly to these things and looking to lock in because we might end up missing out on a really big return year. There are a couple of years where you could have had over a 30% return. Based on the participation rates and the bonus options available with some of these indexes. So if we set a target and we're like 6 months away from our anniversary and we set a target for 10% because we think that's pretty good, we could miss out on a really big return year. So usually I don't even look at locking in unless we're getting close to the anniversary. So in this case, with this other policy that I have, the anniversary date is almost 2 months away. So I am going to set a target here on one of my index options, but not both. So we're going to go 11% here for this one. I'm not going to put the lower target in because I don't want that to trigger if it ends up being too close. And we're just going to let these ones ride it out for a little bit. I want to see where this one moves. Actually, I think I may set this one at a lower target of 11%. Because this one does have 2 months to go. This is kind of a interesting time politically, and who knows what can happen. Usually in a presidential election year, the market tends to hold pretty good and climb. Maybe it's the optimism around the upcoming election. But if something were to happen, I could definitely see the market potentially dropping. So I will set a lower target here on this one. I expect this upper target to hit. It might even hit later. It might even hit at the end of today's close because I think the market is up just a little bit today. So we'll see how that ends up going. I'm going to go ahead and lock these ones in. And there we go. As long as you get it in before 4 p.m., that's when the market closes, it will apply to where the market closes that day. If you get it in and you lock it after that, it won't apply until close of market the next day. So this is in Eastern time So the market closes at 4 p.m. that time.
Hope you found value in today's video. If you'd like to find out more about IUL and whole life, check out these videos right over here, and we'll see you next time.
Now go maximize your cash flow.